For as long as I can remember, my father has been always telling me to position myself so that my job and my profession are not susceptible to automation. This was one of the main reasons why I decided to major in computer science because A, I found the subject really interesting, and B, I thought that you can't automate the job of the guys who are writing the code. Fast forward to May of 20, and what I thought was a doomsday scenario is now becoming a reality. In May of 2020, OpenAI, a research foundation in San Francisco, released a new language model called GPT-3, which had the ability to do just this: create software that wrote other software. We're going to begin our discussion by discussing how the GPT-3 model works, transitioning into some of the applications of this model, and then concluding with the implications of GPT-3. I think a great place to start is by understanding what GPT stands for. So the G in GPT stands for generative, and this means that the AI model can provide more than just yes or no questions. In fact, GPT has the ability to provide, very long form, human-like sentence responses when provided certain input. Now, the pre-training aspect of GPT comes from the fact that GPT is not provided any prior information about a specific domain. So this means that the model is not trained specifically to write code or to create articles. It's just a general language-based model. According to ZDNet, when provided the sentence, "I wanted to make an omelet, so I went to the fridge to get some blank," the GPT-3 language model would be able to insert the word eggs into the sentence, since based on the context, this word would have the highest probability of making sense. One of the key reasons why the GPT-3 language model is so accurate in its predictions is because it has been trained on a lot of data. According to Dr. Chuan Lee, GPT-3 has been trained on 45 terabytes of information as opposed to its predecessor, GPT-2, which was only trained on a mere 40 gigabytes of information. The more information has allowed it to discern more complex relationships. This has led to a model in GPT-3 which had 175 billion parameters as opposed to GPT-2, which only had 1.5 billion parameters. The advantage of more parameters is that more complex relationships can be modeled and predicted by GPT-3. You're probably thinking 175 billion parameters versus 1.5 billion parameters, that stuff only matters to computer geeks. But let me tell you, this is what allows GPT-3 to have such advanced human-like qualities. In fact, this past spring, a student by the name of Liam Poor actually managed to use GPT-3 to create a fake AI-generated blog. According to MIT Technology Review, Liam Poor managed to fool tens of thousands of people into believing the content of his blog, and they even believed it was written by a human, and they subscribed to the blog. So this means that GPT-3 could have significant implications into the world of fake news, since clearly it's very easy to create articles. In addition, another person by the name of Sharif Shamim managed to create a piece of software that used GPT-3 to write code to develop user interfaces. This means that even some software jobs could be potentially automated by the advent of this new technology. So does this mean that all of our jobs are going to be automated and our news streams are going to be filled with fake news tomorrow? No. In fact, CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, actually says that GPT-3 still has some weaknesses that need to be addressed and just provides an early glimpse. However, this provides a wake-up call to us. It shows us that AI has the power to completely disrupt society and that its impacts are inevitable, and we need to figure out a way to coexist with it.